mine's community help and source help support, or mine's help.
Oh.
Yeah, community helps support them. And then,
Hello.
Hello.
hi.
I have Rumble started at the moment, I believe, but now I gotta wait for Odyssey to freaking I believe. Yeah, Rumble started, but Odyssey's gotta finish confirming, and then I can hit stream on that one. So
Yeah.
now I've got a crazy freaking dog whining because my dad went somewhere with my son, and she does it every single time. So if
Wow.
if she
Your dog
keeps
bark? Your dog start barking when your son's not home?
when my dad's not home,
Oh.
my son came over to take him somewhere, and every time he leaves the house, she starts acting weird and starts whining. So just to let you guys know, if there's weird sounds, I'm not killing a dog
Nope.
or anything like
So far,
that.
I'm not hearing.
Oh, you'll hear that.
I know. And squeaky doors as well.
Squeaky
only hear
doors.
squeaky doors.
That's without saying. I mean, you're gonna hear that.
Did you post the link, the Rumble link on your Minds channel?
I'm not even getting it
You're not-
all straight
You-
as it is, man.
Oh, you're not even getting it straight.
I'm not.
What do you mean?
I'm in the process now of getting all this straight.
Okay.
I got the Jitsi link up, and now the Rumble link's going in with it. So
Rumble started. I can see it.
yeah, I got the link in with the posts I put on there. So this is technically the first one of the year. So
First one of the year.
Okay. Oh,
So did we decide on restarting the series?
not
At the-
really. Not with Minds Roundtable. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, but we got a problem with we got a mix up with the episode number, you know.
That was because of you. You're the only one who swears like there's a missing freaking episode, man.
All right, yeah.
I've got
I've
every
shown
single
you.
one of them. I've got every single one of them uploaded onto my YouTube channel. Okay.
Okay.
Every single one of them didn't freaking update, edit, or anything. The names. As a matter of fact, every time we ended and you ended it, I freaking knew what the episode was because you said it at the end of every episode.
Right, we said it at the end, but so
There is no missing episode at all.
so what
Don't you
episode are we
type-
on?
Don't you type your post with the episode numbers?
Yeah.
Well, they come in.
In the file name.
Usually
Yeah,
they come in.
I mean when you create your actual you're uploading files too.
Oh, Premiere?
Yeah.
Premiere? Yeah, I premiere my videos now, but I just started doing that lately. I don't. I didn't make it a habit of. These are usually set as podcasts, so. Well, no, actually, not these. But usually the ones we do together, I usually make them into podcasts.
Yeah, it's good just to, I don't know, make sure that you've got.
So what episode are we on in your mind, Roger?
I'm checking it right now. I've got it all set up.
17.
Right here. We're at episode 18.
18.
This.
Wait. If you're on 18, then that's in sync with me.
No, actually 16, 17.
Ha! Right.
I'm confused.
Because
Oh.
we had a part 2 to episode 12, I think. No, 13.
Yeah, but I'm just going by the dates, right? And we had one every week. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
We had
Every day.
13.1 and then 13.2. That's why we have 18 of them. 18 videos. This is episode
No, no.
16.
Yeah, yeah. 13.1, 13.2,
November the
13.
17th. Let me check.
17 is 14, right? 17 is episode
Hold up.
14.
November the 17th. Now the 24th is missing, it looks like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 24th is supposed to be episode 15.
Yeah, but it should be there. Let me go
Yeah.
into the video thing here in a second and I can check it. Alright, so I've got two. Yeah, that thing's still confirming.
What? So long?
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Odyssey's
Yeah.
still confirming. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
No,
By the way, guys, I was just playing a little bit with mine's live peer streaming today, and it looks like it's dead. There's so many problem with it.
they
I think it's another one of those poorly implemented from what I've seen, especially in relation to the mobile application.
I'd almost bet that
Poorly
freaking
implemented.
I'd almost
Again,
bet that I'm right
one.
though. What I said, they need to really look into what Odyssey did with theirs because I doubt very seriously they got a huge building set up to do that. I mean,
No, they've got all the infrastructure is third party, isn't it?
but I mean Odyssey.
Hence why they use live peer. Or Odyssey, I'm not sure. I think they use mostly third party infrastructure.
Like
Possibly Amazon.
their live stream is completely autonomous. It's theirs. You know what I mean? Like, and however.
Yeah, I think it's still stored on Amazon servers.
Let me see here. My goodness.
You'd be surprised how many companies don't have, or how many social media companies don't use their own infrastructure these days. Everybody likes to use everybody else's infrastructure.
I mean, it would be nice if. Eight minutes ago.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
Okay. What the heck? Freaking my Odyssey thing, it's acting really weird right now. Alright. Yeah. Well, it looks like I got everything up and going. I just have to.
Cool.
I have to freaking keep a tab on Odyssey because it's doing some weird ass freaking confirming stuff. It's taking like twice as long as what it usually does. 10 minutes now and it's still confirming. I told you the other day I found out they auctioned or Odyssey got auctioned off, didn't I?
I've not heard any news about Odyssey in a while, actually. Not that I've really been following.
They were talking about it in their help and support, so that's how I found out about it.
Oh, who's on Sunday? Actually, I'm going to stay on Monday and stuff like that. On SEEPE
Alright, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going.
What's the platform, or what's the actual company?
For Odyssey?
Yeah, Odyssey Inc. According to the their terms of service, it hasn't been updated since October 2021. They're still using the name Odyssey Inc.
Well, they probably still have the name, you know. I don't see them changing it. Because, I mean, if you're going to buy a company, you're going to buy their freaking name, you know, especially a platform, you know.
Yeah, well, the platform name may remain, but the company name may not remain.
No, they could be. The only thing I know that they still have connections with library is their tokens, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So.
Extremist friendly tech company closes out the legal extremist tech company. Was of course Guardian. Extremist friendly, yeah. Typical Guardian headline as well.
I don't trust anything with the Guardian on it.
Okay, so yeah, the library, library.
Yeah, library.
Library.
That's what I usually call it. Just LB. It's LBRY.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like every other media content I have to company. Yeah, that's been removed. Yeah.
Well, I will be right back. I'm gonna get me some coffee and everything. I was just barely able to get on here and get everything set up, and I still am late at doing that. But I'm not gonna hit record until we get into a good conversation, like usual. So, actually, let Tan come in here and do his cool freaking introduction.
Indeed.
He still swears there's an episode missing somewhere. I'll be right back.
Right. It must be a conversation. Which is because it's not necessary. No. That's correct.
My goodness, I couldn't believe that. They wanted my dad to go down for blood tests, and my son came over to pick him up, take him over to it, and it's only like maybe a half an hour away, but he gets there and they're freaking closed. Like, he gets there and they're closed. It's like,
so this is yours. Careful. Just go. Actually, it's in England. Sorry, 3 o'clock.
yeah, no, it's crazy. And then,
Mind you, it's a Friday. So.
And plus on top of that, like, he's got oxygen, so he's sitting there with a freaking oxygen tank. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. With, like, freaking these places are like that, and they do that shit all the time. You know. Okay, there we go. I think it's ready now. I can hit play. I should be able to. I just had to be patient. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Didn't say fatal error, so. Alright. There we go. We are on. Don't make any funny faces. You are being watched. We got 9 people watching, and they all probably know who you are. So if you make any weird faces or act obscene whatsoever, they're going to report you to the mines administration.
Me?
Yeah.
Me obscene? Yeah, I said.
You're the wild man out of all of this.
Probably.
No, I know you're not. That was actually supposed to be funny, because freaking you're not the wild man out of everybody. That'd be Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on in chat? Now that I got everything going. Alright. Yeah. Baku. Old John, and that's probably hours ago too. 12:12, yeah, 3 hours ago. See what you mean. There's nothing going on in there at all.
Yeah, mine's been fairly quiet all day, actually. I had it off on this monitor there, and the chat's not on this monitor. No doubt, nothing moved from this chair for most of the day.
Yeah, it's mostly January though. It's cold. Nobody wants to do nothing. Probably sleeping. I'd be sleeping right now if I didn't have so much to do on these freaking videos. I've been editing since I woke up.
What's taking so long with you editing?
I've got editing on top of editing. This entire month is nothing but editing. That's all it is.
Just want to say.
Yeah. Like January sets up my entire year. If I freaking don't do it right for this month, the rest of my year is gone. It's completely screwed up.
I don't understand, but You're the techie.
It's basically when it comes to like freaking videos and stuff and trying to get it out, you have to schedule it, and you have to freaking do your edits, schedule them to where they come out in a certain amount of time. You know, so like I always tell everybody that I freaking talk to, don't just go and freaking make a video and post it on the internet. Schedule it out, you know what I mean, and make it to where it'll come out at a certain time, once every week or twice, you know.
Well, so you're in January. You're scheduling all the posts for the whole year.
Well, for 6 months, I want to get it. Most likely, I'll only get 2 months done by February. So, and then that'll open it up to where I can frickin' do more when it comes to streams and stuff like that. Because I've got my games that I still need to edit and I need to upload. It's like I said, this month is actually the month that I started to work. I was doing the last 6 months, that was like me taking time off.
Really?
Yeah. So
in the last 6 months, you're just doing. You must have done some editing too, yeah.
Yeah, I had to editing a live stream.
Right. So now you're editing. What are you editing now? The stuff that you edited in the past 6 months. You're just trying to make it more.
No, I've got video games that I need to do. There's going to be 5 posts a day, all the way up until June, the end of June. June's the 6th month, right? Yeah, so until the end of June, there's going to be 5 videos a day on my gaming channel.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I have that going on. Then I've got freaking what I'm doing on Minds with the streaming. I gave up on uploading and doing comments and stuff like that on my Minds profile. I'll just do everybody else's stuff. Whenever freaking they post stuff, I'll share it on there. And then I do live streams.
Well, you can post links to your Rumble.
Yeah. I was going to say, did you not ever consider my group idea? Multiple groups for, or actual multiple Minds groups for each series.
I like that, but I've already got groups. I mean, it's like freaking. I don't really need to set up more. I've got groups. I'm too lazy. I don't want to go through and have to put all that shit in myself. You know what I mean?
No, I don't mind doing the technical thing. I scan list of all URLs and preferably YouTube URLs.
No, I've
embedded them.
I've got a group for I think it's working with audio and video, and that's where I've been putting the tech talks. But I can check that. I just haven't been going in and like doing it. You know what I mean?
If you can send, in that case, send me a copy. Send me a list of all the Tech Talk YouTube URLs. I only say YouTube URLs because I've embedded them, and then I'll create a group.
No, I can send you the playlist. I can send you the whole playlist.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, I've got
your Odyssey live stream is still processing.
It's finally come through, so it's good to go. Here I can switch. I can go over to Tech Talk. Go in playlists and share. Get a shareable link. We've got 12 of those, and I was well, I can't say 12 because one of them got blocked. Thank you, Mr. Robot.
Oh, yeah. The lights mention of what cannot be mentioned.
You know that reminds me about your missing episode on YouTube. Could they have deleted one of your videos
Well,
without telling you?
lately, I mean, they can do, I guess, whatever they want. You know what I mean? But I've always gotten notification from them. It's
Yeah. I was going to say, surely you should be notified if there is any issues with any videos.
You know, YouTube loves it when they can freaking send you hate mail, dude. They love that shit, and
Hate mail, huh?
that's what it is. It's straight up hate mail. They freaking, it's like they sit around. There's a whole bunch of freaking hate mongers sitting in a freaking office, and they're like, "Who can we screw today?" That's okay. So I've got Minds Roundtable event episode 15. Minds Roundtable episode 14. 13. This is on the 11th.
11th, November 10th will be 13.
And then, yeah, let me see here. 12, 13. 14. Let me see if I can find 15. Yeah, 15 right here. This is the one where...
Well, 15 is 24, yeah?
No, let me check and see. Let me check and see if that one is on there. Yeah, it is. It's on there.
Take this timestamp. There, you skipped a week in your playlist.
Well, see, they let you know. They let you know if you go inside the editing, if it's on the playlist. So it could be that one of them's not on the playlist.
Right.
So that could be one of the issues we're having.
Right.
This is episode 1 or no, 2. Episode 3. Where's episode 1? Oh wait, episode 1 could be gone because that one
was on Mind.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah, that one was on Mind live stream.
And if you remember how horrible the frickin' audio and shit was.
Well, did you delete the post? Let me check the post to see if it's still there. I have a direct link to the post right here. No. Yeah. The post is still there, but the video is gone. It was just. Let me just post it on the chat room.
Let me go back in. Bastards are deleting our shit, Tan. They're deleting our shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a few weeks ago.
You're saying that it's not on Minds. It's not YouTube. It's freaking Minds doing it.
Well, this is the video. This is the live stream on Minds. I don't know if you also posted on YouTube. If you did, you might be lucky. But don't you have all local copies of all of these?
I have all of them. I have all of them except for part 1. Apparently, I got 2,
episode
3,
maybe.
4, 5, 6.
First of all, I cannot see Mind episode 1 because it's behind the Mind Plus.
Oh, it's the Mind Plus. Yeah, you posted on Mind Plus.
And also, it's using here live. library there or whatever.
Well,
And it's the same payback there.
we've figured out what the issue is, though. At least now we know where the missing episode is. And that one was horrible anyhow, because me and Tan were the only one that showed up, and like freaking audio was horrible. I mean, it was freaking.
Did you not process the audio?
No, did you remember the first episode, Tan?
Yeah.
Tell him it was horrible.
So you probably didn't even record it, eh? Yeah.
I
Otherwise,
probably
you would have.
I most likely did.
Well, if you did, then you should have a local copy. So go back to date August 18.
Is that the one?
August 8.
Is that the date?
Yeah, that was the date we live streamed.
August 18th.
August 18th. 27, 20.
I don't. I'm gonna have to manually do it. This sucks.
You don't keep them all in one folder?
So, it could be, actually. No? I've got August. Oh, wait, here it is. Episode 1. Episode 1's right there.
Yay. See?
So, all of them's there. You're just really, really crazy, dude. That's what the problem is.
Technically, it's there, but it's not there because
abilities to make video.
Because of the video streaming service of month season.
Yep.
The playback failed.
The video streaming. That's why. That's why it's good that Roger had a local copy of it.
Yeah, I got it. Now, here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a present so that you can see how beautiful Mark looks.
You really need a content creator.
You know what would happen if I'd lose like all abilities to make videos on the internet? I'd freaking go out and get a freaking camera and start taking videos of freaking trees, man. I would bring it home and I would sit in front of my computer or whatever I could use, and I'd make videos that way. And then I'd show people that show my videos to all the people I know because I'm an idiot who is addicted to making videos. We got a hill that goes up on top of town, and I oh, that sucks. I can't believe I just did that. Did I really just do that? Yes, I did. Sorry about that.
Everybody's on mute. Mark, unmute yourself.
Sorry about that.
Far too much echo on there.
Yeah, that was the first episode. And
that was cool. You should post it. Definitely post it on YouTube.
I've got it already up on my freaking things, man. I actually.
Is it? Is it already on there?
I think it is.
How you missed it in the playlist, or you missed including it in the playlist?
Oh wait, it's no, I copied it. I haven't gone to the mines yet, so. Oh, freaking. There we go. What was supposed to be episode 1?
Yeah.
They
said fuck y'all.
I'm thinking with a bit of work that could actually be the audio could be turned up better bit. With a bit of work.
It's not as bad as what I thought it was. Like the first tech talk was horrible. Like there was
I didn't think it was that bad.
There was a whole bunch of bad echo and stuff in Tech Talk whenever we first did that one. I do remember that. But like the first Roundtable wasn't all that bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go smoke, and then I'll be ready to hang out and do some more stuff.
All right.
Need to get me a cigarette.
Maybe I'll get another cup. So.
I was just thinking that hey, left my ass wrong.
Mm.
Strange.
Running low on my Joe.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
Okay. Been having quite a bit of fun today. Been playing around with SPF and DKIM and IP records and DNS records all afternoon. My brain's so slow.
Right, that's what you're up to
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, I've had to deal with SPF and DKIM email records
Oh, okay.
and DNS records. Been looking at configuration files all evening.
Okay. Well, pretty late Friday night to be dealing with DNS records.
Yeah. Fun. Really annoying.
It seems like you had a busy week and been very chatty on chat as usual.
No, well, I've just been people have done posting over the last couple of days. Kilo fun. And mine's tokens and generals in relation to mine's tokens really.
Okay.
But again, I just leave that mine's laptop on one of my screens, and the screen, and I'm sitting in front of my desk, or I've been sitting in front of my desk for the majority of this week, so.
It's something weird with my Jitsi window. Certainly,
Yeah, I just noticed that.
you noticed that too? So huge, horizontally.
Actually, it's off screen. I've got about, I don't know, 60% of your image.
Yeah, it's because it has a scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar at the bottom. You have to scroll so you see it.
Yeah. Hang on. It's a okay. It's a bit on my screen.
Very big window.
Scroll bar on a it's a black scroll bar on a black sticky background.
Yeah.
So I can hardly see it.
That's very weird. Yeah. It's like the workspace on the Jitsi window is much bigger than the actual browser window. On the stream, it looks okay. It's just on our.
Yeah, I've just toggled the view, so yes, the full screen. But when I toggle back, all I can see.
I see. Yeah. All right.
When I toggle back to the tile view, I can see my image on 50% of the screen, and the rest of the screen's black.
That's what I'm seeing it too, on tile view.
What are you seeing?
Well, when we're on tile view on Jitsi, it is the Jitsi workspace is certainly enormous
It
that
only
it
it's only
doesn't fit
happened
all of our
after
camera.
yeah, it
Yeah,
only happened after playing back YouTube, after returning back from the YouTube video.
Now with YouTube, I freaking I wouldn't depend too much on like that. Now if you're talking about resolution and shit, right?
no, I think it's just a bug in Jitsi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's looks like.
That's what I was getting ready to say because it does that sometimes with when I was, especially when I did that thing with John and Michael Paul. It freaking like showed like his water into wine, and then it said Michael, and then PA, and the rest of it was off screen.
If I press F5 to refresh the screen, I've seen I've done bingo back and I've been back in.
If you refresh the screen, it'll lock you out, I think.
Let's just find out.
Yeah.
Yep, he's. To try.
He's coming. He's coming. Actually, and it's
Okay, you're back. Let's see the tower view is still a problem. Yeah, tower view is still a
Three
problem.
of us, as far as I'm concerned, it looks better. It looks as it should be.
yeah. It actually does. The tile view looks good because I can see your name just now. Now, if I switch it back over, it's got that weird. Oh, stop getting self-conscious. Look at him. He's all playing with his hair and shit. He's like.
Keep somewhere with it.
Freaking. It looks like.
So you mean you after you refresh the screen, it fixes it up for you, Mark?
Yeah, it looked me out and I looked back in and it's text. I've got segmented
still have the
into three portions now.
Okay, I'm gonna try refreshing and see. Bye. See you in a minute.
All right. So now he's off. This is what happened with you, and then he pops in and it does that. You guys are just trying to switch sides, is all you're doing, aren't you?
Is that right? I'm trying to fight for real estates.
Here, let me go ahead and hit refresh.
Oh, you know, with you on, then.
Back.
And
Look at
testing
that.
Jitsi.
Look at that.
Okay, I mean the tile looks okay for me now.
Yeah, it looks good for me too.
Yeah, so I just needed a reload.
Now, that was really weird. I come in and you guys are like talking about the tiles on Jitsi.
And meanwhile, you were thinking about the tiles on your floor?
No, I don't ever think about the tiles on my floor. That's
So
All
what's
right.
weird about what we were saying?
I was like, what started the conversation about tiles on Jitsi? I was like,
Oh, we just noticed that Mark noticed that the Jitsi window shows half of my face, and mine shows half of his face.
oh, he's just frustrated. He wants to go over on his program. He's
Oh yeah.
he's
Yes. Actually, you know, before we started this session, I was actually fumbling around trying to look for that Cloud Talk link that I thought you guys were using. I think you forgot about it, Roger. That's why you
no,
switched back.
I've got it. It's just I only had like less than 10 minutes to
Yeah.
So you
I had
just
to
grabbed
get
it first.
I actually went and grabbed the first thing that I could do it. I'm gonna take care of that right now, actually, because it doesn't seem like anybody else but us fools are coming in here.
That's fools. Yeah. All right.
So,
Fool's Roundtable today. What are
It's-
we gonna switch
it's-
to Mark the chat?
yeah. Hold
Mm,
on.
Okay, we can.
I posted his chat up in there if you want to click on it.
Yep.
I remember.
I'll keep this on until you guys are in. I'll keep.
If I remember the and then there's the login as
Yeah.
well. So would you without the extra bits at the end?
When you guys are signed in, let me know. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make a cup of coffee before I do anything.
Well,
I don't see the link.
I'm calling you right now. It's
I'm
actually.
seeing.
It's on my
I'm not
live.
logged in on the browser though. But you don't.
It's on my live with Roger
Oh, I see.
Hansen chat. Just right
Okay.
there where the Jitsi link was. Now it's the.
Okay. Is that right? Let me see. Roger Hansen chat. What are you talking about? I don't see it.
I know. I'm thinking of coffee people. Yeah, I'm about to say the bleeping on that.
Worthy.co.uk or something like that.
Yeah, midway.co.uk / live with Roger Anson, all one word.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm
in the.
assuming.
It's in the chat over on the left-hand side too. If you want to just click on it.
Okay, I'm in there now.
You may have to switch your camera off from Jitsi because there might be a conflict.
Right. And
Just
as soon as I get in there, I'll leave. Okay, I think I'm in. I'm gonna leave now. The Jitsi call.
It's kind of confusing.
All right. So, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now, Roger?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Roger?
Alright. Okay. Let's see here.
Roger, can you hear me? I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Jeez. Maybe I can. Maybe I still have my speaker problem.
I can hear you.
Media settings. Headset. According to this, I should be able to hear you.
Alright. So, where's my settings?
It looks like you're muted, Roger.
Yeah, I
had problem with microphone too. I think Roger did as well because it showed him as muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah. Freaking the little icons that are up on the top.
Too small?
No, I probably didn't see them.
Okay.
I was sitting there fumbling around. I even wrote a message saying I can hear you. And stuff like that. And then after I freaking hit refresh.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in here with 2 accounts.
Who?
You.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I am?
He's in as a guest and as a moderator.
This depends. Let
moderator, and yeah, you are.
It's
Where
interesting.
do I see that?
Actually speaking as a guest at the
Hold
moment.
up. Hold
I'm
up.
speaking as a guest right now.
Yeah.
I went. There he is.
Okay, that's locked. Can I remove that? Remove participant. There.
There
Huh?
he. There. Okay.
Oh.
Tell him to hit refresh.
Okay, he's disconnected. I'm sure what's going on.
Send call notification. That's what it is. I'll send him a call notification on that account and see if maybe that is what he needs. There he is. It turned white. It turned white. Or it wasn't grayish looking at least. But he's not on yet. There he is.
Bloody hell!
There you are. Yeah.
We got you. We
Yeah.
got you.
He kicked me out and
Just
log in.
remember the main directory, the /Roger blurbs model for sign-in users, and the extra whether it is the extra directory /whether is for guest users.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
okay.
For public view, yeah. I could go further and create a sort of lobby sort of thing, but
Oh, no,
it's
don't.
necessary for it. No,
Don't do
it's
that.
necessary for
We haven't even covered
Nope.
freaking your time zone video yet. Let's not dive into freaking the deep thought there on setting this up, because like
So were we on a different call than this?
no.
Is that what the
Well, it
no,
does
you were in a guest account
it does that to me too.
previously.
It does
Yeah.
that to me too
And then
sometimes.
I just noticed hello. For some reason Jitsi showed me as extremely orange, and
That's
extremely
what
orange?
No, I've been saying
this
that
is
all along.
naturally
I've been saying that all
It's
along,
more
and
natural.
usually when you get kicked and you come back in, it stops doing it. But
yeah, it's because for some reason I've got to always rerun a small script. I've got a script that set up my camera settings on boot.
my son.
But for some reason it reverts the camera contrast every time I log in.
My
So I've got to
son
rerun the
has
script.
my son has that kind of illness too. Like
Illness.
yeah,
I
freaking.
have some illness too, because apparently, because Mark is extremely orange and I'm extremely yellow.
You're not yellow.
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
are.
You're blinding white. Like you got like some kind of light hitting you on the side of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sunlight.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the daylight, man.
I mean, it is
And
like
also-
intense.
Also, I think it's these two monitors that are down here that are sort of reflecting on me as well. So
Yeah,
if I
but
do that,
you got like a brown cloth back behind you.
Yeah, I'm extremely white.
And
I'm overexposed.
oh my gosh.
maybe play around with your own camera settings.
What are you thinking, Roger?
I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, if I
I wasn't thinking about what you're thinking.
Let me tell you guys a story real quick, okay? This is my son. My son in a freaking rap sheet right here. I freaking he hooks up his computer and he starts telling me all this cool stuff about what he's got on his computer, all right? Then I freaking get to know a little bit more about his computer, and he starts explaining to me how he has over freaking 2 terabytes of memory, and all of it is mostly full with nothing but mods that go to video games. And he says, "Yeah, man, I've got so many mods on my games, and I don't even know how I did it." I was like, "Nobody has as many mods as I got on my games." And I'm sitting there looking at him. I'm like, "How the freaking hell do you even play on this thing?" You know what I mean? Like, he took like, I think he said he has over 1,000 mods on Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Wow.
Okay. Nobody puts 1,000 mods on frickin' Skyrim ever.
Actually, I've over Christmas I've been modding Fallout 4, and I've got some like I think about 250 mods.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Remember when I told you just now about you've got the same sickness as my son? 254. He's got 1,000, so that's that's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
Well, I don't know. How do these mods work? You just make some changes and you save, and you make some other changes and you save another variation.
Yeah.
That's another mod.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just different version of the same kind of thing.
Well, see, I've got one mod on Minecraft right now, and that's it. It's for mining. Like, I've got an ore collector, stuff like that, where it freaking digs for me. And that's all I've got. I've got one mod. And that's all I need. Okay? Minecraft. That's the name of the freaking game, Minecraft. So if I'm going to put a mod on there, it might as well be something for mining. So.
Indeed, yeah.
But you know, you get people who freaking just fall in love with these mods, and the next thing you know, they're putting 1,000 mods on one game, and their computer's screwing up, and they don't know how it's happening. It just.
Well, you can suggest to your son to keep those mods on GitLab. Track it on GitLab.
Nexus mods would be the opposite on Roundtable.
They use SourceForge anyhow, so SourceForge.
Oh, SourceForge. SourceForge is fine. Does he keep it on there?
Yeah. Well, every mod that's compatible with Minecraft is usually on there.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Now, you got to be careful if you get them off of GitLab, because like that's where there's no rules, you know what I mean? So whenever you get a mod from Minecraft and it's on SourceForge, or not SourceForge, but on GitLab, be careful, because
anything other than SourceForge?
No, nothing I know of.
Yeah.
GitHub
would be more popular than GitLab.
Well, see, they've got rules on SourceForge. You can't get on there and just do whatever you want. Like, you've got to actually obey their rules. Whereas GitLab, Mark likes it because you can be a rebel and do whatever you want.
There's some GitLab still you cannot upload proprietary licensed code.
Yeah, pirating code, they'll catch you quick as shit on GitLab.
Yeah.
About that.
Yep.
I'm okay with freaking a little bit of porn, you know what I mean? But when
GitLab?
Well, that's kind of what they call it. Like, it's whenever they freaking rip off other people's program, they call it a little bit of porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when you go overboard and you're freaking stealing other people's shit because you saw something cool on Unity, you know what I mean? Come on, that's ridiculous. These people get on. Like, these people get on Unity, or they'll get on frickin' Unreal Engine, and they'll start developing games with their own codes and stuff. then other people will come in behind them and freaking rip off their shit, their code.
Have you noticed a lot of these modifications don't actually come with their own license agreements? Users will upload them without considering the sort of legal implications of uploading them.
I think it's
distributing
because
them.
most of the places that crack down now are over in Europe. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because most game or modification developers don't even think about the legal licensing issues.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why most of them that are cracking down is over in Europe. They're the ones that are really cracking down on that, saying, look, you need to do it. And like here in the United States, they just don't give a shit. I mean, they really don't. And a lot of the gamers I talk to, I tell them straight up, I was like, you guys freaking sit and you play these games and you think that they're all that and they're just so great, but they're freaking garbage. Like they're pushing garbage out on you and you freaking like it because you get to freaking do this or do that. You know what I mean? Well, look at how strong the computer has to be to play your freaking game. You know? The first warning I have about a game being a crappy game is when it says that you have to have a GPU. Like, yeah, if they say you have to have a GPU to play the freaking game, then it's a crappy game. I mean, period.
Really?
Yeah.
Bring back text-based interactive adventure games.
Because
where you have to type in go Nova.
But I mean, if you have games, aren't all modern games don't you have to have a GPU in order to play?
No.
Depends on, well, no. All games, everything needs a GPU. Even you using this needs some sort of
no. I mean, they don't have to say that you require a GPU, but I mean. If you are playing a player that has a GPU and you don't, then they're gonna beat you most of the time because they're a lot faster, aren't they?
Not really. I've got freaking 8-core. I've got an 8-core CPU right here.
Yeah. That's much more complicated than that because
you know what I'm saying? It's like
latency on
GPU. GPUs, man, are freaking. That's hardware, and then your CPU is software. You know what I'm saying?
No, CPU is still hardware.
Is it?
The CPU is still a physical. Yeah.
It's your brain.
Well, the CPU is for the game logic. The GPU is for the graphics rendering, right?
Right.
And technically, generally speaking, but
how many
you can use GPUs as a sort of what we used to call things like floating point units.
Floating point operation.
Co-processor type things. Think of cryptocurrency mining, where people use GPUs as a co-processor.
Right.
Alright, so I've found episode 1. I'm getting off of YouTube now, and
it is on YouTube?
Yeah, it is on YouTube. I can upload it and send it to you if you guys are not.
No. YouTube's fine.
If it's up on YouTube, then that should be sufficient.
It was down at the bottom because I've got just under 30 something videos, and they give you the option to see 30 videos or 50 videos, and I didn't click on the 50 videos, so it was down below that.
Right.
So when I
what may be a good idea for you is to create playlists for like my suggestion for groups or mine's about playlists for YouTube. So if your
you have never been on
my playlist.
You've never been on my YouTube channels, have you? Like
what's
at
the
all?
URL?
What's
the address?
You got playlist after playlist?
I've got playlists after playlist. I've got 2, I think 3 on this one. Then I've got my gaming freaking channel, which has I don't know how many freaking playlists. Then I've got freaking my Strange Stories, which has playlists. Then I've got my freaking Praetorian, which has playlists. Then my Working with Audio and Video, which has playlists. And I don't even.
Yeah,
I don't
makes
even.
sense.
I don't even want to freaking tell you if I've got all of them in playlists, because there's shitloads of videos on there. Like, that's why I got frustrated, because the shit that happened with Mr. Robot threatened my freaking Working with Audio and Video. And that's like my freaking library of history. You know? So when they gave me a warning, all I saw was freaking red lights go off in my head. Like every freaking thing that I've done from the first time I got on YouTube to now is there. I mean,
I've just found you, Roger Hansen 2731.
2731. Don't forget the 2731. That's the most important part.
Yeah. According to this, you've only got 3 playlists. With one with the Old Man Talking with 9 episodes, the Roundtable with 17 episodes, and a thing called My Stuff with 12 videos.
Before that, it was all just video games, like on. And then I got rid of them. Like if you go and look at my live stream, it's got like some of them still in there, but there's not very many of them in there.
4, 8, 9, 10.
And I ended up getting rid of that and starting with this stuff.
28.
I was gonna transfer.
In your actual video section, you've only got 28. No, 32 videos.
Yeah, I freaking cleared that out. This is my main YouTube channel isn't getting touched. I'm not freaking gonna be doing all the whole YouTube shit on there. You know what I mean? Like, what we're doing here is what we've been doing for freaking 6-7 months now. Freaking, we're hanging out, having a good time, you know, stuff like that. That's cool. But I'm not gonna turn it into freaking some bullshit. You know what I mean? Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing the other streams and stuff, but that's not like this. Like we actually get on here and have a good time and hang out and shit. So if people want to come in and hang out with us, they can. It's cool, but I'm not gonna sit and freaking worry about views and all that, you know, like all that crazy shit. But later on,
do you have? Do they let you create playlists on Rumble or in Odyssey?
Yeah, they'll let you create channels too.
Oh,
which I mean, I've been debating on it, doing it, but it causes more freaking complications. Like
well, I noticed you have multiple accounts on YouTube.
Yeah.
On Rumble, you're able to create different channels, and it'll be easier. Right? You can have one account.
Then I'll be stuck in the same shit that I had with YouTube. You know how I got all those multiple channels on YouTube?
How why?
I was on Google Plus. You remember Google Plus?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I had some blog on there that got lost when they canceled.
I think I've only played on Plus 2 times and didn't like it.
I got on there, and then all of a sudden I had to have alternate accounts, and then with every alternate account, of course, you could start a YouTube channel. So I turned around and I did all that, and next thing you know, they're getting rid of Google Plus, and bam, I got all these freaking YouTube channels. I'm like, you know.
It's another. That was only last year, wasn't it? This one.
No, it was a
they
while
had
back.
A bit.
It was a while back.
I remember that they actually
No, yeah, they nixed
got
Google
rid
Plus a while
of a
ago.
lot of their services last year.
It was a while ago.
Quite a number.
You're smoking. Mark's smoking pot.
I wish. I wish.
He said, I wish. Yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't even say that because, yeah, I could be.
If Mr. Robot were here, he can pass you a joint.
When did Google Plus shut down?
I thought it was pretty short. It was it's like Stadia and a few of the other services, or quite a few of the other services were shut down last year.
When? See, they've still got, like, in the frickin' people also. They don't have an answer for it, but
Well, the URL is being redirected to Google Workspace.
it shut down October the 8th, 2018. Google announced it would be
18, yeah.
2018.
No way. Gotta be
That's six.
earlier than.
That was 6 years ago, man.
Was discontinued in 2019 or 8 days were discontinued.
That's still 5.
Yeah.
That's still 5 years.
I,
What happened to these 5 years with you, Mark? It's like, you're like, didn't they shut that down last year?
I've spent
No.
I've just spent far too much time in GitLab and ignored everything else.
Yeah.
I would say so, man. When you said that, I was like, hold on, I've got to Google that.
No, I was just thinking because of all the other shutdowns they did in the last year or so. Such as
What did they do? So did they? So if you don't migrate from Google Plus stuff to the whatever stuff they're moving to, then they're all lost. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to pull that shit with Facebook now too. Like now all of a sudden they want all your pages to become autonomous, where it's not a part of the actual freaking Facebook. You have your own account for that page. And I've seen that shit with freaking Google Plus, and I don't like it. I don't want to do that stuff no more. Because the moment freaking shit hits the fan with them and they freaking go belly up on their idea, you're stuck with it. Like,
yeah, but this is the beautiful thing of one. I think it's Article 9 of the EA GDPR, the right to be able to download own material.
well, you can do that. You can do that on well, I guess I don't know if you can still on Google Plus, but you can do it on Facebook. They gave me the option when I left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I should have freaking done a lot more when I left Facebook, because John got stuck as an admin on one of my groups. Now nobody can let him leave the group, so he's stuck there forever. Poor guy. Like, he's literally an administrator on my group that I'm no longer a part of.
Actually, what is it? There was a group on Minds. What's called now? Open source software, where I was asked to be an administrator for back in 2018, 2019, and the owner has disappeared within the last 2-3 years, and because it's a moderated group, whenever somebody posts something to it, it needs approval. So I keep on getting little notifications saying somebody's posted to this group. Usually it's spam. I'm just gonna prove that.
you got fucking put in hell, dude. Got put in administrator hell. Like now the guy freaking bailed on you, and it's your job to click the button.
Yeah. That's what you did to John?
I hate that. That's horrible. I like, and I can't get in there to freaking do it. And every time you try to contact Facebook, it's an automated message. Like there's no freaking like they ask you freaking what's your problem and then multiple questions. And there's no question relating to I left my account and I need to freaking help somebody get off my freaking administration. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And they have no human
But
operators.
John's still there, right?
Yeah.
John's still there, right?
Yeah.
So he can invite you back.
He could close down the group himself, couldn't he?
But I'd have to have the original group. He can't close the group down. He's already tried. So.
So yeah, much
he's
like
not the
Mind's
administrator.
Administrators versus Mind group owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook.
I still don't understand why he can't freaking leave the group. That's weird.
Yeah. I guess you can't. If he leaves the group, he has to make somebody else the administrator.
Mm-hmm. Now I have.
I just need to say moderated only. Change it to a moderated only group, and then just forget about it. So effectively closing it down.
It's still
Put it in
there.
limbo.
It's still there, and you need to understand.
Well,
John,
it's still there. There's no content being posted to it.
You need to understand, John. John's got his quirks too. You know what I mean? Like it will drive him nuts. Deep in the back of his head, it will gnaw at him that I'm still in that group and I need to freaking be out of it. It will literally drive him nuts.
So every time he signs up to something, even if it's for a temporary thing, he always, when he's finished with it, he always ends his account.
Well,
I mean,
he probably is doing that now since that happened to him.
I mean, I've got various accounts of Joomla mods and extension providers, and I've not used a lot of them in a long time, in years, in fact, but the accounts still actually exist.
Now, one question I have on here. Is there a way to freaking hide yourself from the conversation? Like on Jitsi?
That is a good question.
But you can. You mean hide your face from the
like
camera, or
yeah, like it says R right there where I'm at, and that's the one thing I've never been able to find on here.
Don't think so. I don't. Oh, well, yeah, you can hide your face. You can hide your image, but hiding, if you look in, you can actually.
There we go.
Sort of be a ghost, sort of thing.
Yeah, be the face. There we go. Hold on. I see what it is. Community, working remote. There you go.
Huh?
Don't clear.
do you mute him? Did you just mute Mark?
No. Invisible. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. I think I've got it. Let me check. And then I'll
No,
let you-
I don't. That is it. That's just online status.
Oh, it's just online status?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's kind of bogus. Well, hold
So
on.
much like Skype's.
I don't think
online-
even if you hide yourself from the from the dash view,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any way you can hide yourself from the participants list. Yeah.
Actually, you know what I can do? I can
Actually,
I can do
I think
virtual camera.
I think I saw at GitHub a Nextcloud Talk GitHub ticket some time ago asking about that. I
What?
think it was
So
something that
why?
somebody was thinking about, but
Why would you want to hide? I mean, the workaround is just to leave and come back as a guest. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Infinite.
Your OBS sort of multiple windows thing.
No, I didn't
Oh yeah, I
mean
think,
for I didn't mean for that to happen. It was my selection on
You were sharing your.
my share screen. Yeah.
You were sharing your.
and you're sharing your screen with your browser on, and yeah, it's just repeating that.
Yeah. Stop sharing, and
Yeah.
then I go to a window. There we go. Nope.
Show your. What did it say? Show your what?
Show
your
your
face?
screen.
Oh.
No.
Oh yeah, if you share your screen, then it won't show your face, but you're still showing up in the participants tab, yeah?
Yeah. There we go.
So, there's no getting around it.
That's actually better. I can do that. It'd be cooler to do that. And then I come down here and hit grid view. Are you guys seeing my
I'm
screen?
seeing your screen. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen.
But it's not going to show me my screen. It's going to show you guys. That is just crazy, man.
What? It's not even showing you, it's just showing me R, man. What are you...
Yeah, I know. That's what I want to get rid of. Because like,
Oh, you want to get rid of the R?
I want to get rid of the R and put something cool in there. You know what I mean? It's like freaking just the R.
Oh, so
Well,
that
yeah,
infinite mirror, infinite window is when you turn on the virtual camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, remember, you can change your avatar, Mayor, and
Yeah.
in the preferences,
Change
and
your
then
avatar.
yeah, that will be displayed instead.
There you go. Actually, that
Put
might
some
work.
some monkey on your avatar, and you're all set.
In personal.
Yep. Picture. It's right there.
Where?
On the right panel. No, at the top. You're at the top. It's right at the top page. You don't need to scroll anywhere. Go back up. Scroll back up.
Okay. Let me. Right. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't want to do that. Then you guys will see my porn pics.
Well, we all know you love porn. There's nothing to hide.
Hold on a minute. Let me. I gotta.
Remember the not suitable for work times.
There we go.
No,
Hold
this
on.
is after work time, Mark.
Actually, here we go. Small Greek wieners.
Wait. Yeah, there you go.
Did it come out?
I'm not seeing what you're doing. It's I'm seeing what you're doing, but only on your stream. So it's a few seconds delay.
Okay. Let me.
What's it coming up? What's coming up? What do I see?
Oh, I gotta select a file.
Quick view. Yep. It's showing your screen right now.
Okay. it has nothing on here that says my pic. So, oh, okay.
Yeah, if you
probably under document, inside
no,
document.
if you click on the furthest topmost, further right topmost icon, where it
Pictures,
should show
photos.
you, and then personal settings.
I could do.
Pictures, photos under documents.
Actually, let me back out of this. I don't like that. That was strange how it did that.
You can drag into it. You go to a different folder and you're.
That's true. I could do that. That'd be actually kind of cool. Me.
Drag and drop into it.
Now I gotta remember where the hell I was.
It's your user
dots.
icon. It's your user icon. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I'll use. There we go. I'll use one of Robot's freaking weird. There we go. Set as picture.
Ah.
There we go. You do that.
What's it showing?
Okay, yes.
You know,
Like koala, Mr.
the one thing too, man. You know those bots they give you the option to use, Mark. If you put bots on here, you might be able to set yourself up a pretty decent calendar.
Actually, I was thinking you were asking me about that the other day. There's two different methods of doing this. That's already in one that's already available, and another one that needs further configuration. Either using CalDAVs, so allowing your operating system or your whatever software calendar you use on your phone or on your to interact with it, or you can set up so you are sent an email, let's say 15-30 minutes before a session is prepared.
There we go. I just tested it out. It looks like my video is working on there. It shows it, but everything seems to be fine from what I'm seeing. But I noticed why I wasn't able to see my thing for, because I had it on the grid.
Yeah. I'll unshare your screen. Now it should show your.
Yeah. And now it's there. So let me.
We're still showing the R.
Well, for you, but on my OBS, it's showing.
Yeah. May have to look back and before it actually displays participants.
Let me go to the OBS. Yeah, there you go. And see on the OBS, you can see that it's showing the mines. So the virtual library is working.
All right.
So that's good.
Looking at your stream.
You see that? It's showing the chat room.
It's not displaying your new avatar as far as we're concerned, but again, I think you might have to look out and look back, and or we may have to look out and look back and or something, just to be able to see the update. And
all right, so
on you.
Now it's wow.
Happening there.
It's weird how it did that.
It's blank on your stream.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm straightening that back out now.
All right.
Yeah. Put you guys back up on the chat thing. And it looks like everything's good. So now we got you.
It's not showing your avatar on your stream either.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
I
up in the
suggest.
I'm up in the top part.
Yeah, we see your icon avatar. Wait, did you change the avatar of the event or the avatar of your user?
Yeah, no, you've changed the avatar of the
Of the chat.
The chat room.
Then you changed the avatar of the chat, not of yourself.
And not of yourself. Yeah.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
And the freaking avatar for myself isn't even changed. It still says R. So.
Yeah. I think we're saying you changed the wrong avatar.
No, I don't. I only followed
the
instructions. I only followed instructions. I know better than to try to be adventurous. Like when they tell me to do something, I do it, and that's it. Like I don't string off to the left field and say, "Hey, man, I should do this," because I know there's a good chance I'm gonna fuck it up.
No, but I think don't you see?
I see it. I know.
Don't you see a user?
Mine's Roundtable week in advance, and it's got the panda with the suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you want to change your avatar? It's
Right.
on the. It's out at the right top corner.
You click on these 3 buttons right here, and it says conversation.
No, you don't. Don't click on the 3 buttons.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you're the one who told me to do this, by the way. The basic information, you're the one who told me to do that. So
Right.
So that's your fault. That's your fault,
Yeah.
Dan.
My fault. I told you to change the conversation setting.
Oops.
Oh God, the guy's trying to get away from.
Okay.
Trying to get away from being at fault at all.
Oh, it's always
Okay.
my fault. You guys, what are you talking about? It's always
No. So, you're still going. Did you go to your user
No.
thing?
I'm
You're still in your conversation.
I went back in there to look at it. I was curious.
Yeah. Okay.
It got me interested after I seen that.
Right.
Where are we at? I gotta drop out of full screen. See now, if I come in here and I hit settings, it's going to make it to where I leave. So I have to.
Yeah. I was right click so you create a new tab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have to do it within another tab or another window.
Mhm.
Now.
And you do it on a different window.
Now see, Mark isn't too happy about this thing about coming in here now, because freaking now we're testing his shit out. He's like,
I have to play. That's what's there for. You want to comes damage.
it looks pretty good. At least we got 2 avatars on there. You notice the one I put on the Rogers Real-Time Talk Show? I put a
couple days ago or last week or something.
I put that one on there. I must have done the same thing, but on a different day.
Actually, I was thinking about this group thing. I did look at open source logo, Creative Commons based logos for TikTok, and I've actually found a pretty good one. I needed to clean up a little bit because it was a bit scratchy, but spent about half an hour yesterday in GIMP and just cleaning it up.
It looks pretty decent.
I'll show you.
I think it looks pretty good. It's just the blue thing. I don't like that blue trim. It looks too officey, like you're going into a Job Corps office. You know what I mean? Freaking.
I don't. Maybe you can change that theme.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the old '70s freaking government paperwork kind of freaking shit. You know what I mean? Where the paper's made out of like tan and. You know what I mean, don't you? It's. Mark got quiet. He's like, "Okay, what do you think?"
So I was just 2 seconds. I'm going to upload I'm going to give you a new logo for Tech Talk.
He's changing the logo. You got a good one?
Which I worked on yesterday. I just have to convert it from games native file format to PNG. Bolts. Next one off. Again, I see. Completely. And now.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more coffee.
Alright.
Actually, it's too big.
It's too big.
If you notice, that blue textile, and I'm gonna have to resize it a bit. I'm gonna have to crop it down a bit.
That does look good. That really does look good.
It was a one that I found on Wikipedia, so Wikimedia, with a Creative Commons license attached to it, and it was somewhat scratchy. It was very blurry on the edges, and there was some noise inside the image. So I spent half an hour yesterday just cleaning it up.
Looks pretty decent.
Yeah, it just needs resizing a bit.
I'll be right back. I just seen you put it on there, so I had to take a pause before I head over.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Go to what is so 24. Uh, 75. 175. That's better.
Alright, I'm back.
No. That's better. I've just resized the image just to make it a bit more suitable. Add blank space around it.
That's cool.
Mm.
I can test it out on the.
Yeah, that's better. That looks a lot more nicer.
That does look good. Yeah. Now, up on top, right where you've got the notifications and everything.
Yeah.
Can you change the color on that?
I can. I can change the blue to something else.
Can now on that, like instead of it being that blue color, like can you do it like a more lime or neon?
Yeah.
And then like this
If you've
green
got
down here, this green right here, make it a lime green. With
if you've got any, what would be useful is if you could give me a hexadecimal color notation.
let me see.
As far as the theme is concerned, it's quite nice when it comes to theming. At the moment, what's the hexadecimal? It's 0082C9.
Let me see here. Lime green. What are they called again?
At the hexadecimal color notation. So if you go into an image editor or something and then choose a color, and then most image editors, GIMP and Photoshop should give you a hexadecimal
Extension
number.
coordinates. They keep sending me to freaking Yahoo. This shit's irritating. I'd almost bet freaking it's that Google Chrome, or not Google Chrome, but that Microsoft doing that bullshit. That irritates the shit out of me. You come in and fuck with your settings without your permission.
No, you gave her permission by setting up by
upgrading to Windows 11.
Okay.
Frickin', they go in, start making it to where frickin' Edge, Microsoft Edge, can take over.
I don't know if you heard the news about the Microsoft Windows 11 European standard. In the last couple of weeks, they announced something about having a European standard in which that variant of operating system will to change defaults and be able to remove the browser and install a new browser on by default.
Okay.
Remove the defaults.
I put I put the coordinates in for the lime green. I believe that's it. That would.
Sorry, where, what?
It's in the chat. Right there in the chat.
Sorry, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
believe.
Okay. Just copy that over to my dashboard and
Then
some reason that's not F5. Oh,
and then
then
yeah.
X would be okay, yeah, a quite loud green.
Here. Now mix that in with this though. Let me. Right.
You may. Yeah, I've just changed that. I've changed. That is, I've done it in a different tab. But yeah, you might have to refresh the screen to be able to see it.
Now see.
Yeah, you are going to have to refresh the screen.
On the second, there's another one down underneath it.
Okay. 04.
Yeah, 04D9FF.
Which is a more blue.
Mm-hmm. Now that one would probably be better up on the trim area, and then like back in the background where our video and everything would be, I'd use the other one there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be all that easy to.
Oh, that looks all right.
Just change it back to the green. I don't think I can change the internals easily without a load of cadence sort of code.
Now
can change the outer borders.
Now, did you put the neon thing on the strip up there?
Yeah, the green.
Yeah.
The line.
Interesting. Now, right.
Just changed all the buttons and all the highlights as well.
What color do they give? Do they give you for like the centerpiece where we got the video and everything? Do they allow you to change that?
Not by no. I've got to create a customized cadence style sheet to do that.
Oh. Do you have a cool background? Like a template?
You can, as far as the actual main concerned, you can only change the color.
Okay.
You can add an image to things like the login screen.
Alright.
Change the branding, add a logo and stuff. I've got an instance of Nextcloud for the MCRSI, which is that yellow that I use, and I've got a logo in the corner, the MCRSI's logo.
It looks good though, with that on there. Now that other one might work good with it too, on the strip area.
Or the blue. I decided to look at the blue. I'm not absolutely sure.
Because it's got a real nice color to it.
I can try it. Yep. I've just referred to it. I've just changed it, so you might want to look at it. Or sorry, refresh the screen.
Okay. I'm gonna hit refresh again. There we go.
Better.
Yeah, that looks good. The other one was a little bit brighter, it looks like.
Yeah.
This one kind of matches in.
And also it helps me because like I've got 3 separate Nextcloud deployments stored on my server. One, well, this one, the MCR size burns, and a personal one for myself. And if I just use different colours for each one, then it's just a bit more easier to remember.
Well, like you see the color they got there for my R. Okay, like even professionally, you don't want that. That's brown, and the one thing you never want is brown when it comes to professionalism, because brown.
Yeah, that's yellow, brownish. Yeah,
Brown.
Sort of that Scotch colour. Yeah, that Scotch colour.
Well, it also represents poop. That's why they tell you never go to frickin' interview in a brown suit. Because, I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's actually true. Like,
actually, I used to own.
You went to an interview in a brown suit, didn't you?
So, did a few. I didn't have any interviews, but it was easy work.
You're cutting in and out. You got a brown suit story, don't you?
Deploying NHS servers.
You went to an interview in a brown suit. Is that what you were saying?
No, I know. I was actually deploying national UK National Health Service servers wearing a brown suit.
Well, wearing a brown suit on the job isn't the same as going to an interview in a brown.
It was a decent. It was a, sort of. It was similar to the background that I've got.
Yeah,
behind me.
The other person's freaking state of mind isn't really thinking you're wearing a brown suit when you're out doing a job, you know. But like when you're going to a job interview, they're freaking trying to figure out what kind of a person you are and looking at you and getting first impressions. You know, the brown suits.
Actually, I want to treat myself this year and buy myself my first ever tailor-made suit. And I was thinking about colours earlier, and I was playing around with the idea of a white suit.
A white suit? A lot of people have done it. I mean, but you start.
But no, I think I would go a bit more traditional, a bit black or navy blue or something.
Everybody'd think you were Sammy Hagar. Remember Sammy Hagar in the white suit?
Yeah, I was thinking more sort of white tuxedos type thing, but yeah, not practical for my usage. dark colours, especially. Remember, I am occasionally dealing with wiring and
I think
under desks, putting wiring on.
being honest, you know what I think would go good with you? Bow tie, man. Bow tie.
I hate bow ties. I do not like bow ties.
I'm telling you, dude, you would freaking you'd be perfect in a bow tie.
I've got hundreds, or actually not hundreds, but I've got a good 30, 40 odd ties on. But I don't wear that often these days.
Matter of fact,
do more.
get you a bow tie and get one of the ones that have like the ribbon shape to where the freaking two things drop down like the old cowboys used to always wear. But don't put the bead on it. You know what I mean? But kind of like the bow tie with the freaking thing on there. I'm telling you, dude, you look good in a bow tie.
Now, remember, in the IT industry, it's still run by quite conservative, especially in this country. It's still run by quite conservative sort of people. A lot of IT professionals are fairly conservative. So, traditional black or navy blue suits with traditional ties, neckties.
I always thought of bow ties as pretty conservative. I mean,
yeah, I don't see very many people, or I don't see anybody. I don't know anybody in the industry that wears a bow tie.
Ross Perot.
He's on the general in the IT industry.
Ross Perot, he wore bow ties. You remember Ross Perot, don't you?
Yeah, but he's not in the IT industry.
I don't know. He had his fingers in quite a bit of stuff.
Well, he wasn't an IT. He wasn't somebody that moved in the industry.
So I mean, maybe not in today's world, but he was a part of it, wasn't he? I know he had his hands in freaking what was it? AT&T. I think he had.
I think he was more of an entrepreneur. He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't somebody that was actively building or actively putting infrastructure together or actively, I don't know, providing support to users.
I know he was big on Citibank back before they got into all that trouble. Whenever they lost what was it, like 40, 50%. No, actually, it was like 60 or 70% of their money just went bye. Everybody, that's when they figured out when something says city at the beginning of it, it's probably not from the United States. So this foreign bank goes belly up, and freaking guess who owned Citibank? It wasn't an American. They lost like 40%. That was back in what was it, late 90s?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It was around the .com box, wasn't it?
That's actually
around 2000, 2001, 2002.
Citibank losing money. Well, they said 2008 for that one, but.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the housing first. The real estate first.
Some large chunks of money moved between their various Citibank accounts, the sale, the mortgage payoffs, the down payment of the new abode, but nothing that the bank would not have seen before. Then suddenly Citi shut down everything, including their checking accounts and credit cards.
I mean, technically, Citibank was the American equivalent of Red Rock in this country.
Why banks are suddenly closing down. What year is this? Before I get started. This is a good one too because it's from the New York Times.
A lot of banks are shutting down buildings in this country because a lot those banks were partially state owned because the
Citibank. Citibank has always been freaking dangerous. Like, they always warn you, don't freaking put your money in Citibank. Because everybody knows here in the United States that Citi isn't an American bank, you know what I mean? Like, your bank's over in England, alright? If you freaking put your money in a bank that isn't ran by freaking somebody in your country, then that bank can close down and all the money you have in your account can be gone, just completely gone.
Well, technically, as soon as you stick money into the bank, you seize ownership of it.
You only get a percentage of it. Like freaking Citibank ended up covering, I think it was 20% of freaking dollar. So for every dollar you put in there, they only covered 20% of it. So if they shut down, which they did, freaking, you're only going to get 20% of the money that you had in that bank account. You know, because there isn't any bank that guarantees 100% on a dollar or a pound or anything.
In this country, there is specific laws in relation to if a bank goes bankrupt, how much money needs to be returned back to the.
Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck. England doesn't have that big of a freaking arm. You know what I mean? Like Citibank was. Citibank was down in what, the Philippines? They were a Philippine bank.
But we've got big names like Barclays, Bank of England. We are one of the biggest financial.
You'd be amazed.
One of our major industries is financial services.
You'd be amazed, man.
Probably the biggest.
Like freaking. One day, freaking, you wake up and your bank's shut down, and there's not a penny in the freaking bank, and you've got freaking $20 left in that damn bank because they only wanted to give you 20% of your money. So you bitch and you complain about it, and then they say, well, we can't do nothing because it's out of our jurisdiction, and we got to go through this.
Well, again. Technically, as soon as you give, you stick your money in the bank, you relinquish ownership of it anyway.
Exactly, and
legally speaking,
that's what I was saying. Like freaking, you got to be careful with them guys, because freaking, they'll say freaking that your money's protected in the bank, and the truth of it is they don't even cover freaking the whole 100% of the amount you put in there. And
I'm going to have to switch off this headset. It's screaming at me every 5 minutes, 5 seconds, saying battery low.
I've got like 10 people watching.
That's better. Just move the sound source over.
It looks like everything's going pretty good. We've got both Odyssey and Rumble going good. I guess Rumble has like 10 people checking us out. Nobody wants to freaking make comments or nothing. They're all quiet. So I don't understand why nobody ever makes comments ever. Have you ever noticed that on Minds? Doesn't that drive you nuts?
I don't know. I don't know. Depends on the post. I do see quite a few comments on various posts. I do occasionally get the odd comment. Depends on the subject matter of the post.
It's kind of eerie though, you know what I mean? Because like I've got people liking my videos all the time. I mean, they'll do the thumbs up, everything, but like nobody freaking makes comments though, except for Tan. He always makes a comment, but other than him and Bob Dub, well, you do sometimes, but
I occasionally make a comment.
it's really weird. And like freaking Retro Cheat. Okay, I've known Retro Cheating on Minds for years now. Okay, and he has yet. Well, I think he made 2 or 3 comments, and that was because I tagged him and asked him a question. And that was it.
Okay.
So there he is. Look at his face. he's so freaking determined and shit. Why is the volume down so low? I think your volume went down on us.
Me?
Yeah.
I know. I've just got. Yeah, that's actually. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to take off my headset because this was almost out of battery.
Oh.
And for some reason, my main speakers are not showing up on my volume control. Using the crappy speakers on my laptop.
I can tell you a real quick trick on where you can stop all that background stuff. Like your speakers. Whenever I say something, it's doing feedback to me.
Yeah.
Like
I couldn't unmute myself.
see,
Okay.
that's what it was doing to me. Or earlier I couldn't see, or I don't know
Yeah.
if I seen it or not, but
I click unmute and it popped up that stupid audio settings dialogue.
now your microphone. How far is it from your speakers?
My microphone is it's a dual microphone on the camera, which is about 5 foot away from me.
Now, on your desk, do you have cabinets down underneath?
Yeah.
Take your speakers and put them on the counters down underneath, and it'll get rid of that feedback problem.
Actually, my main speaker is underneath the desk, but for some reason my desktop's showing me that I can't access my main speaker at the moment. I'm just using the speaker that's
Do you have speakers on the top shelf? Up on top?
No.
Okay.
No. I've just brought I've got a speaker installed in the, or obviously in the laptop, and just a bar speaker on the desk or underneath the desk.
Okay, so you've got your mic and your speaker in the same system built in.
No, my both generally my speakers are just a bar speaker that is connected by a 3.5 inch 3.5 mil jack, phono jack, and the microphone is inbuilt into the camera. Just
Okay.
again, about 5 feet away.
See, they shouldn't even be able to do that, not unless you got some kind of weird surround sound. Because usually, whenever you take and you put your speakers down low under like that, the sound is going outwards away from where your mic's at, so it shouldn't be it shouldn't even be contacting it. You know what I mean?
Generally speaking, it's not, but at the moment, because of some weird issue, which probably will require me to.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. It shouldn't be doing it at all.
Yeah, no, at the moment, the audio is coming out of my laptop itself.
Oh,
okay. And until I log out and log back in, or kill post audio,
I hit refresh.
which I'm not going to do at the moment anyway, because that's just going to be even more complications.
Just hit refresh.
No, I have to kill post audio and then
actually
kill the audio framework and then bring it back up.
Have you got your task manager?
Yeah, but again, if I do that now, then I'm going to be. It's just going to cause more issues there.
Leave everything up. Don't do anything. Now, when you go into your task manager, you go into you click on your Windows folder. Okay.
Sorry, Windows task manager. Sorry, I'm
Unix. Yeah. See, you're not sophisticated. Windows Explorer. If you had Windows, you could hit Windows Explorer and it'll have you restart the task, which is a very useful tool if you're not on Linux playing the open source game. See, that's the cool thing about me on Windows. All I got when I have issues like that, all I got to do is come down here to my task manager, and it does all this cool stuff for me.
Well, I could do a lot of that through a task manager.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm picking on Mark.
Killing audio frameworks and restarting them.
It's weird because we were talking about his speakers, and he's got his speakers set up the way they should be. Like he's got them down in the shelf underneath, and it's aiming out, and then his laptop is up on top. So like where his mic is on the laptop, and if
actually no, the mic is on the camera.
Yeah, on the camera.
Dual camera. I've got a Logitech 930E, and it's got dual microphones either side of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So you got a microphone running in there too.
Right.
That's rough. Have you ever seen the audio for Linux?
Yeah, complicated. You've got pulse audio. Now you've got pipe wire on top of pulse audio, on top of ALSA.
Now, do you use ALSA? Do you use ALSA?
Not that often these days. Used to.
Yeah, ALSA is pretty cool.
And then you've got the jack framework.
Yeah.
On top of that.
I hate that.
It's just quite a complicated sort of setup.
That was one of the reasons why I left Linux, because freaking audio, that pissed me off more than anything else was the audio.
Missing drivers, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, frameworks.
That must have been years ago.
Huh?
Like 2 months ago. This is Mark we're talking about. 2 months ago, not a year, not years ago. Freaking 2 months ago.
Actually, last time I used ALSA as a singular framework, probably about 5 years ago.
5 years?
5 years ago.
There's nothing wrong with ALSA. still even today, Elsa's would be good. I mean, it was pretty decent setup if you knew how to use it.
But of course, now you've got post pipe post audio on top of Elsa, and then you just recently, with the introduction of Pipewire, got Pipewire on top of post audio.
Is there a way of getting rid of that freaking live wire to where you don't have where you can just run straight Elsa?
Yeah, you could. It would take a bit of weird configuration to only run Elsa, but you could run post audio without Pipewire easily.
See, that's something that always drove me nuts with that. I think they had Python too, didn't they?
Python, no, Python's just a programming language.
Okay, there was something else that was named like that. There was actually, what was it from Mint that you could get that was audio? I think it was from Mint.
Jack being the sort of MIDI synthesizer framework. So you could stick in things like keyboards, piano keyboards and amps
that was
into lineup it's controlled by Jack. And you've got post audio, which is more of a standard.
I think. Dan,
within the last 2 years, Pipewire.
Dan, you're muted. You're muted, Dan. He's talking, but you're muted, Dan.
Doesn't realise that.
He's falling asleep. Dan, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was in a call.
Oh, okay. I thought you was like falling asleep and shit.
I had to hang up on my wife to talk to you guys.
Oh God, you're in so much freaking trouble, dude. You are in so much trouble. She's gonna come. Freaking...
I hung up on her in the middle of conversation.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna freaking.
I gotta be back.
Oh man, that's not good. That is not good. Did he really hang up on her? That's horrible.
Well,
she's gonna be so mad at him. Oh. Well, we actually was able to freaking pull this off. We got the mines going. Last week I ended up canceling out on it because I had issues with my family and stuff, so I wanted to freaking make sure everybody understood that it's not like I was bailing out or anything, so it's just we had some issues. Now the rest of the week was just me bailing out. Freaking this whole freaking month has been just me wanting to freaking. I've literally had to freaking pull myself together to where I could get up and want to do something. You know, it's just January sucks. I finally did get my routine going. So has your January been pretty bad? Pretty good? What, Mark? Huh?
sorry, yeah. Sorry. Thousands like audio issues, still not brilliant. Sorry, you were saying?
I said, how's your January been?
Confusing so far. Been running my life all over the place. I say I've been running around. I've been for last week, I've just been sitting there doing a lot of technical work and some paperwork.
I don't really know what to make out of this month, to be honest with you. Like, it's. I tell you one thing, and I'll stick by it too. Like, this whole freaking I need to stop and take a break thing, that's a load of shit. Yeah, okay, it completely threw my routine off, and it's just ridiculous. It's like starting all over again. You know what I mean? Like, that was a bad idea. I still say it was a bad idea to do it. Because
everybody needs break.
Like, I did that Christmas thing for Jaffe, and then I stopped doing it. And as soon as I stopped doing it, freaking everything went blah. You know what I mean? So when January came back around, that's when I had to start getting up and making a routine out again, and it got all chaotic. So. Hey, what's the story on Shakespeare with you guys? Are you wanting to do another one? You wanting a rematch? Is that what?
Like I said, the last one, I think you covered quite a lot of bases. Again, I don't know what could have contributed to the last one.
Tan sounded like he had a lot of whoop ass. He was wanting to get in on it with some good stuff he found out. So tell him if he wants to do another one, we can do it. Because I'd love to hear more information if he found something. It's just people who believe Shakespeare existed don't really have very much good material. You know what I mean? It's like, the best they can come up with is like, he signed his name. Okay, fucking, I can go down and sign my name to anybody's freaking paperwork, you know? So, that's not really concrete, you know, being honest. Anybody can sign a name, so. I'm like, and that's the best they come up with. Like, they're like, don't you know who we're talking about? We're talking about Shakespeare. You know, like, I'm supposed to be freaking so ashamed of myself because I'm talking all these bad things about Shakespeare. You know, like, what I'm trying to say is that's the kind of attitude these people have when it comes to that, and they don't really have any solid stuff. Like, you'd at least know what the dude's freaking address was. You know, like, seriously, like, nobody knows what his last known address was. He had like 3 of them.
Okay.
And well, there's another one. There was another really big one. Yeah, like, he never did public appearances. Like, nobody's even aware of that fact. It's like they just think it's like general knowledge that Shakespeare showed up, signed books and stuff like that. Plays, showed up in the plays. He never made public appearances.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part about the whole deal. Like, he was never present. You know.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Like he never made public appearances to his plays. It's pretty strange.
Yeah.
But I want to see what Tan says about that, because if he's got some good stuff, man, I'd like to find out more about DeVere as well. Like, this guy DeVere, you know, he's buried in the Abbey.
Westminster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what's so weird about that, don't you?
Go on.
Only freaking royals get buried at the Abbey. What's this dude buried there for?
Is that true?
What are you talking about now?
Only royals get buried at the Abbey.
Looks like.
What's De Vere doing buried at the Abbey? Yeah, but that's the weird part about it.
Hmm.
Now, hold on a minute. They could have. Most of the people buried there, besides monarchs, were people with a connection to the church.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Either ordinary locals or the monks of the abbey itself, who were generally buried without surviving markers. Since the 18th century, it's become a prestigious honor for the British person to be buried or commemorated in the abbey, a practice much boasted by the lavish funeral and monument of Isaac Newton. Yeah. So it's become more and more of a tradition that anybody can get buried there now. Fucking losers. Now any loser can get buried at the frickin' Abbey. Just fucked up. I mean, look at what your country's turning into, frickin' Mark. Just seriously. Just letting all the riffraff in. Seriously. You know, come on, dude. Seriously. I blame it on the BBC myself.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, now they'll just let anybody get buried there like it's no big deal.
I wonder if I could get.
Well, like we've got the memorial cemetery for freaking vets and everything, and like you hear everybody talking about knocking over freaking statues and shit because they're supposed to be racist and stuff. And I'm like, are you guys fucking idiots? And like, you realize that the Veterans Memorial was freaking made on the property that belonged to Robert E. Lee, right? So every veteran that's being buried is being buried on the leader of the Confederacy's property. You know that, right?
Well, not every veteran.
Well, every veteran that's honored enough to be buried there. It's getting pretty full, I guess. But you know what I'm trying to say, though, right? Like, come on, man, seriously. What should they exhume all those bodies because that belonged to the Robert E. Lee, the guy who was in charge of the Confederacy during the Civil War, you know? It's just, people are getting stupid now.
Yeah, like just renaming streets just because somebody decides there is some sort of racial connotation.
Well, even if there was, you know what I mean? There's a reason for people to kind of remember that that's who you were, you know what I mean? at one time. That's the kind of people we were. So it's
I
like,
mean, the old English joke of me naming streets like Black Boy Road, even though the purpose of Black Boy Road was to remember not coal miners, children going up chimneys. We got nothing to do with any sort of racial connotation at all.
but you know that I found out why they stopped showing frickin' Jack Benny, and also it was what's his name, the guy that was the voice for Charlie's Angels back in the '70s. He had a TV series too. It was called what was it? Bachelor Dad. And the reason why they stopped showing Bachelor Dad and frickin' Jack Benny was because they had houseboys. Okay. That's messed up, you know what I mean? Frickin', I thought that was pretty fucked up. Because, what's his name? Dude that played Buckwheat on The Little Rascals, he was the houseboy for Jack Benny. You know what houseboys were, right? Like, they were...
No. Oh, well, yeah, I know what houseboys were, just not familiar with the series you're talking about.
They were lived-in butlers, basically. They lived in the house, took care of rich people. Every time frickin' the rich guy wanted something, he'd have his houseboy do it for him. So, but because they had houseboys, they didn't show them. Because before I was telling you, it was weird. I never once heard anything about Jack Benny while I was growing up. Come to find out, this dude is supposed to be like one of the freaking greatest comedians. And I finally was able to watch his show. And like, you can see where freaking Seinfeld and comedians like them freaking stole their shit from. Because that's Jack Benny all the way. You know what I mean? Like, he was real tight with his money. And he would freaking he would take and freaking sew his freaking money into his boxers, but then when the summertime came, freaking he had to change them because he didn't want to freaking get them sweaty. So he would take his money and he'd freaking make a compartment on the bottom of his shoe where he had to kick it or knock it up against something, and a little compartment would open up and he'd have his money freaking right there, you know. And the freaking IRS came to his house and wanted him to freaking spend money because they freaking said it was weird how he had so much money but he never spent it, you know what I mean? So they actually, it's just interesting stuff like that. And then what's his name, Jimmy Stewart Stewart even played as his neighbor, okay, on the shows. And this guy never got freaking any recognition all through the 70s and the 80s and all that stuff. I think his last show that he got recognized on was The Great Race, and that was it.
Okay.
But I mean, I never heard of him growing up. I never did. And then George Burns, I saw George Burns' shows when he was an old man up in his 90s and shit. But I never watched any of the shows that he had with his wife. Ever. Like, I didn't realize he even anything about his wife until I was in my 40s.
Okay.
Like, you know who George Burns is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, name rings a bell, but I'm just trying to think.
You remember John Denver when he played where he met God, and God was like a freaking old man with glasses, and then he had a sequel to it. It's called "Oh God, You Devil."
Okay, no, not familiar.
Oh my God, you are young, aren't you? You're in your 40s.
Yeah, I remember I'm in the UK, so
Wait, George Burns God movies came out in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, came out in the 80s.
So March should
yeah, I would have
already been around.
been aware. Been aware, yeah.
Well, that was back when he was being oppressed. That was back when he was being oppressed. They said, I don't think so. And it's like English shows, dude. Like, there was a lot of cool English shows that I would have really appreciated seeing back then, you know. But your damn government, they kept saying, no, you're not allowed. Now, maybe Canadians could have watched them, but we never got to. So.
Yeah, we got privilege.
Like Benny
Yeah.
Hills was the best we got. We got Benny Hills, and there was Doctor Who. We could watch Doctor Who.
Actually, I don't think we're much better up than you guys. So. I
Well,
think
yeah.
those are the shows that we got to see too.
Yeah.
Doctor Who and Benny Hill. I don't know anything else.
And Doctor Who had to be on public broadcasting. We couldn't air it on a private television channel. It had to be public broadcasting, because that was the way BBC was. It had to be public broadcast.
Whereas now, the BBC will sell their content to anybody.
Oh, yeah, one other show we watched, Downton Abbey.
Oh, now see,
Yeah.
that's the one I got to see on the British broadcast now. They've got those now. And
Yeah, Downton Abbey was pretty popular up here.
Mhm. Now, you guys also have that one. What's the name of it? Where the frickin' two women are gardeners and they solve murder mysteries.
Oh. I wouldn't say Rosemary and Thyme, but that could be wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. I like those two.
I remember more sort of things like Inspector Morrison.
No, Morrison, I couldn't handle. He was a little too much. Morrison was. He was a little. He was. Oh my God. I tried to watch his stuff, but he was a little too much. Like.
All the stupid soap operas, EastEnders and Coronation Street. It's going on. It's still going on even now. After 50, 60 years. After EastEnders, 40 odd years.
Did you ever like Midsummer Murders?
I've enjoyed a few, but I can't remember very many actually.
I actually did think they had some good ones. They just overkilled on way too many people. 4 people dying on an episode in a small town is just a little too much.
I was more into the sort of American sort of detective things like I think think of any as well.
Magnum PI. You're probably a Magnum PI fan.
No, more Murder She Wrote.
Murder She
And
Wrote.
Columbo.
Yeah,
Columbo. Yeah.
Columbo's cool. Now, Murder She Wrote, I couldn't handle that because it reminded me too much of, like, Agatha Christie. When I was growing up, like, I knew about Agatha Christie when I was in school. And then when they started coming out with Murder, She Wrote, it was like, oh, hell no, I'm not freaking watching that shit. And then later on, when I hit my 30s, that's when I started actually getting to where I liked Agatha Christie, because, like, I found out she was married to the guy who freaking did the excavations on the Sumerian freaking ruins and shit over in Iraq. Like he was one of the first ones. So she's sitting there writing all of her stories while he's freaking doing excavations and shit. I thought that was cool.
Funny enough, I'm subscribed to a YouTube channel that reviews old point-and-click adventure games plus Murder, She Wrote episodes. So once every couple of months, this person will just review a Murder, She Wrote episode.
Now, there was a couple of them that I thought was pretty cool. Hold on a minute, I gotta go see what's going on. Somebody's yelling. I'll be right back.
All right. I gotta step away for a couple of minutes. Well, whew. The busy Friday afternoon.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Now, there was one that I actually did like a long time ago. But, it was, it's hard to explain. The guy off of, Quimby, I guess you would. I don't know if you ever seen the show before. You remember that one? He was on it, and he was the murderer, and that's how it basically. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I did like that episode. I don't know if you remember Quimby or not.
Barely. Oh, yeah. Barely.
That was a weird one. I actually got to watch that one later on, and it was horrible because, like, he was melodramatic, kind of like William Shatner was, you know? So I didn't even realize that, because he played on, what was it? He played on frickin' one where they were roommates. Him and his best friend had to move in together, and he was a slob, and the other guy was a clean freak. Odd Couple.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Based upon the film, which is based on a West End play.
Yep.
Funny thing. Little tidbit there. Bert and Ernie, the characters from Sesame Street, were actually based on the two characters.
Really?
From the old couple.
That's pretty messed up. That is pretty messed up. 'Cause I remember, who was it? Bert was always upset with Ernie because he would freaking eat cookies in the bedroom. He'd leave crumbs on the bed. So. Okay. I think we have done good enough, man. I am tired. I'm getting ready to fall asleep here.
Yeah, it's coming up to midnight.
Where is Tan?
He had to disappear for 2 seconds.
He had to disappear. Well, we've actually done pretty good here. How long have we gotten? We've gone.
According to the clock on it, 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I've got yeah, that's pretty good. Well, actually, we've got time before then. Let me go on because we transferred from Jitsi to here. I can check my live stream. 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Right.
That's pretty good. Well, it's good that we were able to fire it off, for the first actual episode of the year. It seems like it seems like it's been longer, being honest. Well, no, actually, did we do one on the 5th too?
Yeah, we did one. Was it the 5th? Last week?
No, last week I had to
No, we
cancel.
didn't do one last week. Was the week before, yeah. So, yeah, we did a.
So this is the second one.
Yeah.
And
Or was it actually? Was it Roundtable or was it one of the others? It was this. Yeah, it was the Friday.
we did that one. I'm pretty sure we did it, but we ended up. I had to cancel last week, and not unless we skipped a week. Oh, there he is. He's coming back from his proper beating. His wife said, "How dare you hang up on the phone? I'll whoop on you." Hello, Mr. Tan. He has no clue he's on stream, Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah. We're talking about folding it up. We're coming up on 3 hours, 7 minutes away from 3 hours.
Okay. We should fold up. We're coming up to 7 o'clock my time.
It was good that we did this anyhow. Get back into the practice of it, I guess, because it's like I was
What do you do? What do you do on your side? I'm hearing echo now.
It's Mark's.
Yeah.
Doing the chipper thing.
You had to tinkle.
Charging on my headset.
When his earbud went out, he had to take it off of it. So now we're relying on the laptop. I can see why Jaffe gets so upset with him. I like those two freaking. It's just something else.
Actually, I could have. He was talking about before Christmas. I lost the right headset on it a couple of weeks ago, and and it's one of those headsets that you can't use the left headset unless you've got the right headset. So back to my old device, that's only got a 2 hour sort of lifespan on it.
Have you used it all day, Mark? Like, what kind of a battery life does it have?
the one that I'm using at the moment, that's only got about 2 hours.
Only?
Only 2 hours. Whereas this thing, the actual, if I had the actual, if I found the other part of it, it's got something like 7-8 hours on a single charge.
I have this thing I got. My kids got me as a present from. Oh, it's a cheap one from Walmart. You know those? I don't know, I think Rogers might know. Walmart's usually sell those cheap electronics.
I don't ever get any earbuds. I learned my lesson on
Anyway,
earbuds.
but have you ever look at the electronic section in Walmart?
Yeah.
They're all like cheap brands, like made from China or kind of thing.
Now,
But this is kind of pretty good. But the battery life is not. It's longer than 2 hours, but it's pretty short. I mean, I've only been using it for like 3 hours or so, and it's now to almost 50%.
No, I need to buy a replacement for this one, really. Get the other half of this.
I ended up going through like 5 of them because, like, all the stuff that I do with freaking audio and everything, it just tears right through them like they're nothing, like Swiss cheese. So, I mean,
what do you mean?
Like, well,
you sit on them or
no? Well, like say you're freaking like we're doing here, we're just streaming, a few times here in a week. Well. Like, I turn around and I have to get on and I have to freaking record all the time, have them in my ears. And the battery keeps getting wore out and then wore out and then wore out. And it just...
Yeah, it runs out, right? Like, if you go like 10 hours straight on the thing, then the cheap earbud won't cut it.
Yeah, they just keep going out. Like, I got 5 of them laying around here somewhere. I just have to look for them, and they're not really working. So
yeah, now using multiple ones won't work too well because you keep having to switch device out and in. What about if you tried the Apple AirPods?
I don't like the form factor, that sort of hanging down bits on it, and also it's a molded thing, isn't it? It's molded, and it's not like these where you've got a rubber sort of earpiece on the top.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They're like this bean shape.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that'll save you. I'll tell you one thing.
Apple devices are so expensive anyway.
Yeah.
You know what's a big thing that would help you audio wise? And instead of you've got microphones, even though they're tabletop and everything. Just disconnect your speakers, get you a pair of headphones, and plug them right into your computer.
Yeah, get a pair of headphones, wired headphones.
It's having been tethered to a actual physically tethered.
Just think of yourself like Buck Rogers. You're Buck Rogers. You're freaking on your way.
Having these sort of devices are useful because if I'm out, I don't want to be actually physically tethered to it.
Wow.
I think like a Samsung earbud or an Apple earbud is pricey, but they have long battery life.
Yeah, this is why the Jabra brand. Jabra is a professional.
I've had I had them before too.
And I've had a few of the previous products.
But like 2 hours is 2 hours is not very long lifespan or battery.
He's a rebel. That's what it comes down to. Mark is a rebel. He's a rebel.
Really cheap.
Right. Okay. How long is the battery life for the Jabra earpiece?
7 hours. But the case, it's not just 5 frames.
You're like cutting up, dude.
Your laptop microphone's got poor pickup.
It's like you might want to
Well,
plug those earbuds back
to
in.
last 4 hours if you
4 hours.
watch 28 hours.
Just
Should
get
be at
you-
least 8 hours. Yeah.
Just get you
Yeah,
a pair of
yeah.
headphones. That's
Yeah.
all you gotta do.
Free charge before I charge. But I need to replacement headset for this.
All right.
So I need
Am I cutting it in now?
Yeah,
Time
Yeah.
to
He's getting bad. Like he gets fired up, starts moving his head around and shit.
Oh yeah, I think that maybe that has something to do.
I know exactly what it is.
If you stay frozen still and when you talk,
Freaking
Might-
that last episode me and him had with Jaffe goes, man, I tell you what, you better fix them freaking headphones or I'm gonna come over there and smack the shit out of it. And freaking he got so fired up, dude. He's like started bouncing his head saying, well I and next thing you know he's cutting in and out and shit. And I'm like, yeah, he's on fire. He does.
I will replace these in the next month
I
or
will.
so.
I shall return.
Yeah.
I will replace them. I will. I promise myself.
Just if nothing else, think about just headphones. Seriously, and you like using open mic. There's nothing wrong with it. There really is nothing wrong with using an open mic, but you just have to use a pair of headphones. I mean, it just, you know what I mean?
So you don't get the echo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had my mic sitting on my table right now, I'd have just a pair of headphones. I wouldn't even have this mic on my head. That's all I do. And the reason why I do it is because I know that's the way it usually works the best.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. No preference, no nothing. It's just that's the best way it's always worked.
I have actually improved the noise cancellation on my microphone. So there's a lot less background noise improved than used to be.
I love background music. I love it.
But yeah, background noise such as, I don't know, I've got a fan heater down there.
If you decide to give up your cancellation, just take and frickin' like make you some background music, just some weird
artificial noise cancellation.
Yeah, and what it does is it frickin' drowns out all the background noise that you got.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
It just make you go on that AI thing that Robot does and make you some AI background music. You don't have to have.
There's actually a website that auto generate background noise for you as ambient sounds for your work.
Yeah.
It helps with your work. Like they generate like a coffee shop kind of sound.
Funny enough, the mobile application that comes with this thing actually allows a number of different white noises in the background.
I think this one I have here has something similar. Yeah, this one has like ambient mode. That has it has like a C wave kind of noise in the
yeah.
So that'd be an idea. Kind of get you to where you got yourself some cool background noise instead of doing the cancellation, because the cancellation stuff is really bad on all these VoIPs. Discord has a good one, but you guys are real touchy about Discord. I know you don't like them very much.
But technically, this camera has got in with this microphone has got some sort of hardware-based noise cancellation.
Well,
It's not
I'm not.
really.
I'm not talking about your computers though. I'm talking about the VoIPs. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like I could do it on my OBS too, but I just don't really want
I mean, Quality Person has got a pretty okay sort of noise cancellation
to.
function in it.
One day I'll get on OBS and try to figure out how to get it all situated because you got to stack your frickin' your stuff on your on your on your filters. Like you when you put a filter on your OBS, say I want to frickin' put well, let me go check it. Like if I want to do cancellation for the audio, then I, I I would have to make sure that it's above that it's above freaking another filter if I have other filters on there too, so it's kind of weird. And like your chrome or color corrections and stuff like that, if you have a color correction on there for a filter, then you got to make sure that freaking it's either above or below freaking like if you're got your aspect ratio and stuff for another filter.
The sort of layered approach that I played on with the layered approach on OBS, and
Yeah.
reminds me of the old reminds me of things like PowerPoints where you add separate layers in those sorts of Photoshop does it, where you can have separate layers on top of each other.
Well, I mean, even Blender freaking has gone past that. That's what gets me. Like, Blender doesn't even do that shit no more. And they used to. They used to have it to where they were stacked and layered just like that. But now they don't. There's no need for it. Like, it's completely messed up how they've got all that. So.
Before we drop off, can we talk a little bit about the Tech Talks thing, or
you
want to save that heavy?
No, with me, it's like I said. I mean, I'm fine with taking a break until about April because, like, first of all, that warning fucked me up. That really that really did. Yeah, I mean, it was like, well, I
you
mean
the thing that Mr. Robot got you into?
Yeah, that I mean, I've never had any problems with YouTube whatsoever, and they gave me a warning until April, dude. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? No strikes, no nothing. Okay. And because
what is that warning until April? You can't live stream?
No, if anybody says anything else that's freaking a violation, my channel's gone. It's completely gone. So.
Well, we can do it on Rumble and not do it on YouTube.
Just, rather than streaming directly to YouTube, upload a file after.
Yeah, stream it on Rumble and upload it to YouTube.
That's how I've been doing it. So, I mean, I've been doing it that way. It's just like I said, that fucked me up. It was like motivation's gone, dude. I'm like, fuck. And then,
kind of sense like something happened to you.
Yeah, and then I mean,
you got jaded with all this life.
Well, the topics thing has got to be something that we need to work on too. Like I mean, being honest, we've been doing that show so long. We need to stop fucking around with this topic bullshit. Like.
We need to have a goal to talk about.
Well, no, like tonight, we've had plenty of conversation about technical stuff, dude. It just comes in natural when we get together and talk. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah, but then no, it needs to keep us in focus. Otherwise, we'll be all over the board like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
round table.
well, this is good. I mean, you
Uh,
know,
no, but not for focus. This is like a round table thing, which is like a free for all kind of a thing, which is so that's
All
okay.
free form. Yeah.
But for Tech Talk, we need to have a focus. I mean, if we
Mhm.
can't come up with a topic for a particular week, we can cancel it, right? But we should have something to aim for, or maybe even do some prep.
Actually,
Talking points we want to bring up.
what
well,
might
see,
be good. What might be a good idea is I've got my overview of technology series that I've been running on my own channel with
Yeah, yeah.
Christopher Bucklet. Used as the basis of some of the topics, and also I've got 6, 7 articles revolving around open source concepts. You could use that as the
no,
basis.
you could use that. Like you can actually start the topic up, and you could talk.
Oh, I see. You're
That's
getting tired. You're
that's
getting
it.
tired of this, eh, Roger?
No, it's not. It's not just me. It's like freaking like you guys freaking have good stuff to talk about, and if like I can say I can introduce it, all right. But then I
Yeah, yeah.
say freaking Mark has the topic, and then you can say freaking this is what
Sure,
we're talking about. You know what I
sure,
mean?
man. I thought that's what we've been doing. I thought you were suggesting that Mark starts on his
Yes, he
own.
should. He should. That's what I was. Well, I mean, it's not on all of it, but like, and then
In his
like,
own channel.
no.
But we've got to gone really off to
Well, what's the fun of that? It needs to have a panel, right?
Well, we got a panel. We got 3 people right here.
Yeah. And then, but then you're trying to like weasel your way out of this whole endeavor, or what are you trying to do? Like you
Well,
still need to facilitate.
well, I think we do need to take a break, though. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys really have the go juice to really keep it going, because you might not be able to do it with your schedules, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Because like that's the thing, if you got things to do. It's the middle of January. It's snowing up there in freaking Canada.
Yeah. We got to shovel.
You know what I mean? I was like, and I know freaking it's January and there's a shitloads of stuff going on right now. Like, isn't graduation and all that stuff just coming up too for you guys?
That's in June. That's in
Oh, that's in June, yeah.
yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to take a break, then we can. Yeah. I mean, if on the other hand, if Mark, you want to do something without Roger, it seems like he's
Now,
good enough.
if you guys want to do side projects and you want me to record for you, I can do that. Okay. I'm just saying, like, freaking right now, the whole schedule thing, and plus, I mean, I've got freaking tons of freaking editing and stuff that I gotta do. And then I've gotta start doing shit with John. I've finally started getting his channel going back upwards on the stats and or the analytics and stuff. So,
do you guys talk anything more about that website that you guys were?
That's
thinking?
one thing. That's one thing I've been wanting to do, and then freaking John's wanting to do AdSense and everything on there, and I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Yeah, it's a website. You can run AdSense on it.
I've got two websites and projects on the go at the moment, and I'm still needing to start on the World Pirates radio website update. But yeah, that's. But
So,
yeah, I've got the actual projects on the go at the present moment.
Yeah. I just
okay.
I don't know. Like for me, with a lot of that on that AdSense stuff, I want to at least try to get the freaking channel to where it's going up. You know what I mean? Stabilizing it, getting it organized.
Yes, because you need to have a decent amount of traffic to your site for the AdSense.
I haven't done any AdSense sort of content for 15 years.
Yeah.
I haven't touched AdSense in some time.
Yeah, you're back, so we can finally ask you too on that Shakespeare thing. Are you wanting to do another episode with that, Tan? Because I know you seemed eager to do it.
When Bob's back, I guess.
Yeah, we can talk to her and everything, because I know you got pretty excited about it.
I got fired up, yeah, but then it withered away. I mean, when I start digging into it, it started looking pretty exciting, but it could be like a can of worm.
It's interesting. That's all it is. Don't make out to be anything more than that. You know what I mean? It's like a hobby. Like Otto even said it, and I'm the same way. It's just a hobby, because there's people that's lost freaking money over that shit, dude. I mean, seriously. Like, there's this one guy, he invested his entire life savings thinking that there were manuscripts buried by the River Thames. Went out there with a freaking excavation crew and found nothing. He ended up dying penniless because he freaking thought there was like a freaking cipher that was going to tell him where the
treasure is.
Yeah, where the treasure is at the end of the rainbow. But I mean, that's the way they are with those ciphers Otto was talking about. So just like he said, and I agree with him. It's just a hobby. It's just something that's really cool.
Yeah, you're right.
Just have fun with it. Don't. So.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's for back and do it a little bit later than sooner. I say. I wanna finish reading through this book about him.
Yeah.
So
Now, if you want, we could do it before April, like coming back with Tech Talk. But it's just right now, man. It's just freaking a horrible time of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just plus, I got a lot of other stuff that need to catch up on, or not catch up, but get ahead of myself on with the scheduling and stuff. So
I'm okay with that.
And
I've been booked with a couple of agencies at the moment. Looking for another contract on top of what I'm already doing. So I may find that my time is a bit more restricted.
See, now he's coming up with contracts and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a superstar.
Yeah. He's a rock star.
He said he's too good for frickin' bow ties.
I just don't like bow ties.
I can't imagine, Mark. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't imagine you in the bow tie.
Okay.
Should really wear more ties, I think.
Yeah, like a Chip and Dale.
One for the contrast.
When you say Roger, when you say bow tie, and Mark's face, I just visualize Chippendale dancers. You know.
I wasn't talking about like a red bow tie with freaking polka dots and shit, dude.
Yeah.
I was just talking about like a regular black bow tie, dude.
Yeah.
Pervert, I swear. Fucking pervert.
Don't they wear black bow ties too?
I'm not even sure how to tie a bow tie.
They've
I
got
know
that.
how to tie a bow tie. It's one of those things that you learned billions of years ago. But bow tie, I've never actually worn a bow tie.
Yeah, neither.
I need to.
I've done it a long time ago, but it's really hard to do it. It's really hard
With a suspender or
no, where you like have to put it around your freaking collar, and then you literally have to freaking tie the freaking bow tie.
Well, I can tie a normal tie, a Windsor knot or something, almost blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
These bow ties, though, like back in the old days, guys used to freaking do their own designs and stuff with them. Like you could actually make your own knots and shit, and design your own style. So it's interesting. Like they used to do that back in the 1920s. It's weird saying the 20s and referring to
like Charlie Chaplin kind of bow tie.
Yeah, it's really weird because I just said that and I'm like, oh wow, dude, it's 2024. That's fucked up.
100 years ago. Yeah.
That is fucked up. Well, I'm gonna get off here.
Okay.
And I will talk to you guys later. Okay.
All right. Have a good weekend, guys.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.